With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside race fans, once again here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The International Virtual Racing League's Pinkett Ford Cup Series fires things off for race number 5 this season right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Getting ready for a hot barn burner. You can see already track temperature up above 110 degrees. Drivers going to be slipping and sliding all over the track tonight. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from the track. We'll get rid of that track information and we'll throw some qualifying times up to the left-hand side of your screen. Qualifying already underway. 5-minute qualifying session here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And last week's race winner at Phoenix sits on top of the speed charts with the quick time tonight, 31-42 for the 86 of Patrick Gaspar, picking up right where he left off. Top of the speed charts, Tommy Schaefer with a fast time. And Schaefer gonna knock Gaspar off of that provisional pole position. Tommy Schaefer puts the 29 at the top of the speed charts with a 31-38 for the fast time. Now 18 drivers already on the speed charts. We've only got a handful left to go here, maybe about 5 to 6 drivers left to put in their qualifying time to see who can sit on the pole position here tonight for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, live right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Charles Urich gonna put his fast Ford Mustang top of the speed charts now. 31-38 is the fast time. And as the music begins to fade away, we're gonna begin to get a better picture, a more clearer view at who's gonna be sitting at the top of the speed charts for tonight's race right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Just about 2 minutes remaining on the 5-minute stopwatch. And it looks like 5 drivers yet to put in a qualifying time. So not very many bullets for Urich to dodge to keep that pole position in his fast Ford Mustang at the top of the speed charts right now. Quick time in qualifying, 31-38 for Charles Urich. And it looks like that may be it for drivers out there trying to put down a qualifying time. Nicholas Pressey going to go just outside of the top 10 with his time lap. Doesn't appear like anybody else is going to be out there on the track. Charles Van Schaik on the track in his Toyota Camry. He's going to qualify outside of your top 10 as well. So with just about 60 seconds remaining here in qualifying tonight, looks like Charles Urich will walk away with the pole position here tonight. Fast time once again, 31-38 for the 76 of Urich. We're going to step away, head down trackside for the national anthem, then throw it down to our special Grand Marshal. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Now we head trackside with your Grand Marshal.
Hey everybody, Bernard Pollard here, NFL vet and Super Bowl champ, and I'm here to give the command. Tires about to be burning. Speed and skill is what we know. Somebody gonna crash, but it better not be you. So get ready. Drivers, start your engines!
And what a way to get ready to kick off tonight's race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Then Super Bowl champion Bernard Pollock giving The command to start the engines here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. You can hear those familiar bells begin to toll and ring in the background. You know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup right here for the IVR's Pinkett Ford Cup Series from Atlanta Motor Speedway, starting inside row number 1, your pole sitter, the 76 of Charles Urich. Tommy Schaefer in the 29 going to start just to his outside. Nick Goebel, Jaden Gimbel back there in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway, the 86 of Patrick Gaspar and the 26 of Matthew Baker. Back in row number 4 here tonight, the 94 of Nicholas Pressey, your points leader, and the 12 of Randy Henshaw. Nick Cannon in the 60 machine, just to the inside of Chris Whitaker, who will round out your top 10 for tonight's race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Back in row number 6 tonight, the 4 of Jim Ott, followed by the 25 machine. Back in row number 7, the 8 of Brandon Key and the 5 of Mark Snyder. The drivers slowly begin to roll off and get ready to strap it in and go long here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ryan Henshaw and Ryan Pinnell back in row number 8. Row number 9 here tonight, the 44 of Jason Harrison and the 99 of Daryl Calder. Cade Gimbel and Joel Connolly round out your top 20 here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League. Ryan Farrell will start Shotgun Sally, tail end of the field here tonight. Back in 21st position. That's going to do it for your starting lineup. We're going to get set to head trackside and get ready to go cup racing here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Charles Urich put his fast Ford Mustang at the top of the speed charts in qualifying. He will have control of the restart. The boss man in the flag stand ready to wave the green flag for the first time here tonight. Pace car ready to make that left-hand turn. As the music fades away, the engines will come to life and we will get under green flag conditions. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the IVRL's Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Schaefer, strong start on the outside in his 29 machine. He's going to grab that top spot away from Urich, who fades. He's going to be battling for second, possibly third. Halfway down the backstretch already, Urich dropping 2 spots, so your pole sitter will not lead the first lap as Matthew Baker puts it to the high side and he takes that second spot away. One driver already down onto pit road. Looks like Patrick Gaspar has some trouble. He misses pit road as well. That's going to compound the problems for Gaspar early here tonight. Last week's race winner with trouble. We'll throw the timing and scoring right there on the screen for everybody at home to follow along just like we do here. A lot of battles in these opening laps here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Mark Snyder, Brandon Key, Ryan Pinnell all going at it with each other. Jim Ott involved in this little scrum. Ooh, close right there between that 34 machine. 94, we apologize. Nicholas Pressey, we were reading the roof number a little bit off there. We do apologize. Vantage point a little bit off for us up here in the booth tonight. And there you can see drivers already beginning to put a handful of drivers one lap down. Looks like Patrick Gaspar is going to be very close to falling off of the lead lap. Chad Hitchcock very close already on lap number 3 to going 1 lap down. 162 laps in tonight's race here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Stage 1 will come to an end at lap number 35. Lap number 70 is when we will see stage caution number 2. So drivers afforded a chance to make up for some trouble with help from these stage brakes. Who's going to need it? Who's going to keep it up front? Sitting at the top of the speed charts right now, in control of tonight's race, still after snatching the race lead on the opening lap. Tommy Schaefer puts his 29 in front of the field. Matthew Baker losing a little bit of ground now. Baker back in second. Your pole sitter, Charles Urich, falls back to third. Nick Goebel right there in fourth, and Nicholas Pressey up 2 spots into the 5th position. Side-by-side battle here down the backstretch into turn number 3. The 88 of Charles Whitaker going at it with Randy Henshaw. Jim Ott lurking in the background there. You can see that auto insurance number 4 machine making his presence known. Nick Cannon, not the MTV Nick Cannon, the good race car Nick Cannon in the 60. Had to mess with you a little bit there, Nick. I hope you don't mind it. Nick running well here tonight, sitting 10th so far. Lap number 6 already underway. Big trouble there. I believe that may be Chad Hitchcock with some trouble. Ryan Henshaw already down and onto pit lane. The 27 machine with some trouble very early here tonight. We'll jump around the track, follow a little bit more of the action. Brandon Key going at it with Mark Snyder. And Nick Cannon gonna lose the position now to that 8 machine of Brandon Key. Key gonna make the pass with a minimal effort here. And oh, big fight on the back side coming down the backstretch with that high line momentum. The 60 of Nick Cannon almost took that position back, almost caught us sleeping. Brandon Key able to close the door and keep the spot for now as Key breaks into the top 10. Back to the front of the field with the battle for the race lead. The 29 and the 26 going at it side by side, making their way off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. They go. Front of this field starting to stretch things out. Almost a 2-second gap back from Nicholas Pressey, who is 3 seconds back from your race leader already. So Schaefer and Baker not playing no games. They ain't pulling no punches here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Want to jump back to the battle involving Jim Ott. There you can see that 4 machine. A lot of drivers struggling off the 2. We see a lot of drivers in the background way low coming out of turn number 2. Looks like that is the trouble corner for all of the drivers here tonight. Wonder if maybe a few of them may have missed the setup. Wonder if the track may have possibly cooled down a little bit, giving these drivers a little bit too much grip with the front tires. We'll check in on the weather report here shortly as we are 10 laps into tonight's 162 lap event at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League. The side-by-side battle now between the 88 of Chris Whitaker and the 4 of Jim Ott. Ott gonna fail to grab the position for the moment. The 88, we've seen him a little bit out of shape time to time off of turn number 2. Once again, turn number 2 being the hot spot here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And funny, we should say the hot spot, as a lot of drivers have given Atlanta a little bit of a nickname. Hot Atlanta is usually what you hear. Very old, abrasive track. This is not the repave just yet. It has not gotten here to the iRacing.com virtual world just yet, so drivers still on the older, much grittier, slipperier, more challenging, in my opinion, track here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The bumps, very significant as drivers continue to lay down the laps. Looks like we've got a change at the front. Tommy Schaefer has a big slide, and Matthew Baker gonna take that top spot away. And here comes your pole sitter, maybe playing it easy on the tires in the opening a few laps. The 26 of Baker on the high side. Here comes Urich to the bottom. The Fallout 76 sponsored Ford Mustang down to the bottom of the racetrack, gonna pull even. They'll drag race down the backstretch and towards turn number 3. See who will have the advantage making their way through turns 3 and 4. Your top 5 pretty much stacked up at the front of this field as they make their way back across the stripe. Lap 14 now goes on the board as your pole sitter Charles Urich continues to try to snatch that race lead back once again. Struggling a little bit to grab that spot away, and there you can see that momentum on the high side paying off for the 26 of Baker. Baker with a good run here. He's up 5 positions from where he started tonight's race, so Baker on a move to the front, and he's stayed up front since he has gotten here. And 26 proving to be hard to pass. Fast in happy hour, fastest in qualifying. Your pole sitter, the 76 of Charles Urich, looks back to the bottom through 1 and 2. He's got the gap. Can he slide up in front? Yep. He's going to grab that spot as they work their way off of turn number 2 and back down the back stretch. Race leaders already beginning to work into some lap traffic. There you can see the 31 of Donald Bennett falling off of the lead lap very early here tonight. Bennett gonna lose 1 lap and be listed as the first driver 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. Patrick Gaspar, we seen him catch a pre-race penalty and have to head to pit road, so Gaspar also being scored 1 lap down, and unfortunately it looks like the damage already sustained to the 27 of Ryan Henshaw. We're hearing over the radio was a mechanical issue, internal part of the engine beginning to let go. The 27 machine goes back behind pit wall, and his day here in Atlanta is done. Meanwhile, back at the front, Charles Urich continues to lead after grabbing that top spot. Not leading the first lap as your pole sitter, something a little bit uncharacteristic from when we see most opening laps. You see your pole sitter scoot away just a little bit, but not here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Tommy Schaefer, who started in second, grabbed that top spot away and led the first handful of laps. 26 of Matthew Baker was eventually able to get by, and now Charles Urich, your pole sitter, back at the front, just a 10th separate your top 2. Let's go back to this little 4-car battle. Tell you what, let's jump on board now inside of that 29 machine with Tommy Schaefer, as you see the 24 of Nick Goebel at the top of the speedway. The Valvoline HMG Innovations Chevy Camaro running well here tonight. Goebel right where he qualified, running in third still. Nicholas Pressey right behind Schaefer, rounding out your top 5. We'll jump back outside of the race car and back around the track to some of the battles out there. Still hot and heavy action right here with Chris Whitaker, the 25 Toyota Camry, as well as Jim Ott and Ryan Farrell. They're all mixed up, battling it out for positions inside of the top 10. Darrell Calder, Ryan Pinnell going at it, 14th and 15th on the racetrack. We'll go check this battle out for a moment. 3-car battle now. Mark Snyder, Darrow Calder right there in that 99 machine, meeting the sandwich between Snyder and Pinnell as they run 13th through 15th on the track. Oh, and big time issue for one driver out front. Looks like Chris Whitaker has some problems. The 88 with trouble on the backstretch. He's going to keep the car rolling, so we will not see a caution flag fly. Big trouble for the 88. He's going to lose a ton of time, but more so, look at that right front. Heavy damage on the right front of that 88 machine. He's going to be well off pace now, and he's going to have a long night ahead of himself as well as his entire crew. Battle for the third and fourth position still raging on up here at the front. Nick Goebel and Nicholas Pressey going at it for position on the track. Great green flag run to open up tonight's race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the International Virtual Racing League's Pinkett Ford Cup Series If you haven't already, race fans, go ahead while you're here, while you're at it, scroll down in the description. You can find a ton of information. You can find a direct link over there to Pinkett Ford, providing hope and empowerment by enriching the lives of all those affected by breast cancer. As we all know, breast cancer reaching many of us in some form, shape, or facet. Maybe we know somebody who knows somebody whose cousin, mother, sister may have had a battle and a fight with breast cancer, touching my family personally with my mother-in-law battling breast cancer. So we know what it's like. We know what these individuals go through to a certain extent, obviously. But a great organization giving back. Head on over there to pinkettford.org. You can find the description right down there right down below there in the description. You can find the link to head right on over to pinkettford.org. Want to give a big shout out here tonight as well to Bernard Pollock coming to us for the Grand Marshal to give the command to start the engines here tonight for race number 5 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 25 laps into tonight's 162 lap event. We are closing in on the end of stage number 1. Just about 11 laps away. Who's going to have that top spot when it's all said and done? Charles Urich stepping away. He's got himself about a 7/10 of an advantage over Matthew Baker, who's beginning to fade to the wayside. Randy Henshaw way back, about 3 seconds off of the tail end of Baker, so not much going on for that third position. It's going to be hot and heavy, though, from Henshaw, battling with Pressey, Goebel, and Farrell right there. Tommy Schaefer dropping all the way back to 7th. As we now see Brandon Key heading to pit road. Looks like this is an unscheduled pit stop for that 80 of Brandon Key, so we'll have to keep our eyes on the track. We'll have to keep our ears to the race chatter, see what may have went down here. Nick Cannon, he's going to pull the pit road, so we may have green flag pit stops underway. You know, on pit road for quite some time is Brandon Key, so it looks like he's got some substantial damage that he's going to try to go ahead and get fixed up right here towards the end of stage number 1. Maybe go one lap down, possibly get a wave around here at the end of the stage. You never know what these crew chiefs are thinking. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but Brandon Key now losing laps. Not much to be said about your top two on the track here tonight. Your pole sitter, the 76 Fallout Ford Mustang of Charles Urich, leads by 1.2 seconds. And back to second place runner, the 26 of Matthew Baker. Randy Henshaw almost 2 seconds back from there, as we've got hot and heavy action for this third position coming to the end of stage number 1. Randy Henshaw, Ryan Farrell, Nick Goebel all going at it as the 26 of Matthew Baker. He's had enough on these tires. He's going to go ahead and head to pit road this time by. You wanted it, you got it, race fans. Everybody out there in the turn 3 posse, that's right, you asked for them. We got them back out on pre-order. You can check down through the description for those links as well. We've got the hats back once again, and we've got shirts coming right at you, flying off the shelves once again. You can check them out in the description down below as well. Get yours before they run out. Pre-order before it's too late. 25 Toyota Camry comes down to pit road. He's going to give up a handful of positions, and it's interesting to see. It looks like Matthew Baker taking just fuel only, while Patrick Gaspar, when he came down to pit road, he came down and got 4 fresh tires. Seems like drivers struggling for some grip. We're going to continue to watch this battle here, second, third, fourth on the speedway, as Charles Urich has stepped away from this field, coming to the end of stage number 1. 94 of Nicholas Pressey going to pull off, and he's going to head to pit road. Urich, your race leader, to pit road. Will the 12 of Henshaw try to stretch this another 4 laps? Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end of stage number 1 in that HMG Innovations machine? And I'm telling you, it's a big gamble, but why not try it? Why not try it early? If you fail, well, you still have all of stage 2 to try to make up for it, and it doesn't look like Henshaw's going to press the issue. He's going to peel off of the racetrack and head to pit road this time by. What does the 29 of Schaefer do? We've seen Schaefer with the race lead, and then we seen him drop way back. Was he saving fuel? Did he go in fuel conservation mode? We'll jump on board. Tell you what, we'll get a little cheat sheet out there. What do you say? Oh, and you can hear him popping that clutch. He is saving a ton of gas. There you see, right there, shutting the engine off before he even gets into the entry of turn number 3. So already saving fuel. And he's only got to do it a handful more laps. Will he be able to keep these hard-charging drivers behind him with tires and fuel back behind him? Man, this is going to get close at the end of stage number 1. Will Tommy Schaefer be able to keep that top spot? We told you, I mean, why not gamble now? I mean, why not? You got plenty of time to overcome what may happen if it goes wrong, but if it goes right, you have got playoff points in your back pocket, and he's going to cross the line. One more lap around before we see that stage caution fly, and he has got a lot of drivers trapped 1 lap down as well. That is something else to keep our eye on, and the stage caution comes out. That's going to be it, walking away with the stage win here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway out of Somerset, Kentucky. Tommy Schaefer gets the job done. He's going to save enough fuel, and he will have some extra bonus points coming his way. Job well done by the 29, able to stretch the fuel further than anybody else in this field. It sounds like Schaefer may be completely out of fuel. We do not hear that engine running. Will he have enough to even make it back to pit road? This is going to be the biggest heartbreak right here, is if he doesn't have enough to get to pit road at the end of stage number 1. But keep in mind, as we said, he's got a lot of time to overcome anything that should come from running out of fuel. And safely making it down pit road, he'll lead a parade of drivers down for their first pit stop of the night. And as we find ourselves under caution for the first time here tonight, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Backtrack side at the end of stage number 1. Tommy Schaefer will grab the bonus points here for walking away with the stage win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series for the International Virtual Racing League right here on the world's #1 racing simulator, iRacing.com. If you're looking to rub elbows with some great, not just cup drivers, but truck drivers as well, head on over to iRacing.com. You can head on over to the league directory page, type in International Virtual Racing League, and you may find your way on track, battling it out for stage wins, battling it out for race wins right here with a handful of these drivers. Ryan Farrell will take the top spot as you've seen Tommy Schaefer coming back down to top off the fuel as we receive the 1 to go. We'll get set to go back green flag racing this time by. Fast-paced racing so far here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're set to kick off stage number 2. Charles Urich and Ryan Farrell make up row number 1. Back in row 2 for the restart, Matthew Baker and Cade Kimball, Ryan Pennell and Tommy Schaefer. Back in the 3rd row, Jaden Gimbel and Jim Odd back in row 4, and rounding out your top 10, Nicholas Pressey and Patrick Gaspar back on the lead lap into the restart zone, and green flag flies as Farrell nails the loud pedal, and away we go. Back down into turn number 1, already jockeying for position is a handful of drivers. Farrell with a good start. Urich struggling a little bit to get going, as we will head down the backstretch and back down into turn number 3. Looks like a 3-car battle. Excuse me, had to cough there, had to mute the mic. 3-car battle. Back around Pennell, Schaefer, and Ott. And we do apologize about some of the silence here tonight, trying to get over a cold and got a little bit of a cough up here in the booth. But, you know, we'll get through it. We'll do what we do. Up at the front, Ryan Farrell still leads after being the control car here to begin stage number 2 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Tough racing action at the front of this field. Side-by-side racing action at the front of the field. Charles Urich gonna grab the top spot. Back away from Ryan Farrell. Your pole sitter back to the point already. Matthew Baker right there on the 26 machine. He's gonna run 3rd now as Cade Kimball begins to fall behind your top 3. Tommy Schaefer, after stretching the fuel and grabbing the win in stage number 1. Schaefer may be playing possum once again. Ooh, close at the front of this field. 3 drivers all over each other. Ryan Farrell loose at a 2. He'll keep the momentum up and he'll dive down to the inside in 3 and 4, looking for the race lead. Not gonna get it just yet. Still maintaining the momentum on the high side is the 76 of Urich. He's still got the 43 looking to his inside at the exit of 2. Not gonna quite get it done. Big wiggle on the bottom. Big wiggle for Farrell on the bottom of the racetrack, and that's going to be just enough to give Urich the advantage. The 43 pulls even back into turn 3. Slide job, contact into the outside wall. How did Urich not pound that outside wall? That's going to open up the door for the 26 of Matthew Baker. He's going to look to the inside. Now he'll be side by side with Ryan Farrell. Contact between Farrell and the 76 of Urich. Ooh, boy. Things getting hot and heavy here at the front. That's going to bring the 2-tender machine of Cade Gimbel up into the mix. Gimbel with a solid run towards the front. He's up 15 positions from where he started, almost outside of your top 20 in qualifying. And the 2-tender Chevy ZL1 Camaro of Cade Gimbel now in the top 5. Gonna jump around the track just a little bit, trying to find some more battles out there for you. Looks like Pennell Hinshaw all going at it. Nicholas Pressey beginning to close in his 94 machine. Ryan Hinshaw looking to run down the 21 of Ryan Pennell. Just Randy Hinshaw, we apologize, looking to run down Ryan Pennell on the high side. He's gonna drop to the bottom of the racetrack in 1 and 2, and he's gonna take the spot. He's going to grab that position away, move Pennell to 7. Meanwhile, up at the front here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, hot and heavy action between Ryan Farrell, Charles Urich, and Matthew Baker. All going at it for position on the track. Looks like Cade Gimbel starting to fall back to the wayside. Tommy Schaefer still multiple seconds behind. He's over 4 seconds out of touch with the race leader, the 12 of Randy Hinshaw, having some trouble down on the bottom of the speedway. As Jaden Gimbel, you've seen that 81 machine having a little bit of a struggle coming off of turn number 2 this last time around. As we've got single file up in front of Ryan Pennell. Looks like Cade Gimbel, Tommy Schaefer, Ryan Pennell all starting to get single file. The 60 of Nick Cannon just in front of them. Cannon listed 2 laps down here tonight. We've got a ton of drivers already. 1 lap down, just 12 drivers listed. Or I apologize, we've only got about 10 drivers left on the lead lap. Jaden Gimbel is your last driver on the lead lap. Mark Snyder listed as the first driver, 1 lap down, sitting in that 11th position. The number 5 Chevy ZL1 Camaro looking to get himself back into contention, looking to give himself a shot in the arm. We've got a 3-car battle at the front of this field. Ryan Farrell starting to step away. 0.6 of a second separate Baker and Urich from Farrell, as Urich and Baker go side by side, crossing the line. Advantage goes to the Mustang down at the bottom of the racetrack. He'll try to get back to that white line. Flip it just a little bit with that left front, trying to get a little bit more turn out of that machine. The longer this battle for second and third takes place, the further that Farrell is able to step away from these drivers. And Tommy Schaefer starting to reel him in big trouble for Farrell. He almost goes around coming off of turn number 1, and that's going to put us with a trio tangling at the front of the field for the race lead once again. Lap number 53 already underway, and Ryan Farrell, he's going to pull to pit road. It took some time, but back to the front of this field, the 26 of Matthew Baker, now once again leading the race here in Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League right here on iRacing.com. If you haven't already, race fans, while you're here, while you're at it, join us in that continued push to 3,000 subscribers. Go ahead and show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated friends, family, or maybe even one of our sponsors, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, while you're at it, you know you want to show these drivers some love and appreciation and drop that thumbs up. Hard racing action at the front of this field. There you can see that 43 of Ryan Farrell trying to get himself back on the lead lap, and he's going to do so this time by with 4 fresh Goodyear. He's going to have a lot more pace, and I don't think he's going to have to stop again before the end of stage number 2. So an early pit stop. A little bit of a fuel strategy game going on out there, tire game going on, and Ryan Farrell has got the freshest tires, and he's got the fastest laps as we run off of turn number 4. Going to cross the line this time by lap number 58 goes on the board. Big struggle for Baker as Charles Urich grabs that top spot back. We're going to jump a little further back in the field. Check this scrum going out. Randy Henshaw, the 94 of Nicholas Pressey, going at it for position 6th and 7th on the racetrack. 5 of Mark Snyder still listed in the lucky dog position, 1 lap down as we run in trouble there for the 5. A little bit of trouble for the 5. Right in front of some of your lead lap drivers. Snyder moves it up out of the way. He lets lead lap cars by, and we continue green flag racing here tonight. Clean and green all night long. 60 laps into tonight's 162 lap event, and we have yet to see a caution flag fly. Only 1 stage break caution coming out, so we can't count that against the drivers. What a show. Whoa, the 2. Big trouble. Cade Gimbel. Or I apologize, that's the 21 of Ryan Pinnell. Big trouble for Pinnell. Sliding off of turn number 2. And Pinnell's going to give up a ton of ground here. You know, we beg to ask the question week in, week out. 4 races into the season, and we have had 4 different faces in victory lane. Will we continue to see that trend of new race winners, or will we see for the first time this season a driver step back into victory lane? And as of right now, you got to go all the way back to the 8th position on the track. Jaden Gimbel, Ryan Farrell back there at 9th to get to a previous race winner. For your top 7 right now, all fresh faces to victory lane. Looks like we will have another new race winner. But we have still got in trouble for the 94. Pressey into the outside wall, hard on the front stretch. Catches a piece of the wall off of turn number 4, and now Pressey, big time trouble. He's able to keep that machine going, but he's going to have to come to pit road very soon. Damage may indeed blow a tire we may see that 94 back into the outside wall before this stage comes to an end. We are just about 7 laps away from the end of stage number 2, so it's coming down to it all. And up at the front, let's look at it once again. Here comes that man that stretched the fuel in stage 1. Tommy Schaefer laid back here in stage number 2, utilizing a little bit of draft now on that Valvoline HMG Innovations 24 machine, trying to save a little bit more fuel. And he's going to look now to the inside of the 76 of Charles Urick, your pole sitter, looking to snatch and sweep the stages. Again, the 29 Chevy Z01 Camaro driven by Tommy Schaefer get the job done. We've got 6 laps to go, 5 when we hit the line this time by. And back trackside after a brief commercial break. End of stage number 2 going to come 4 laps early after contact with 3 wide racing off of turn number 2, 24 of Nick Goebel. The 76 of Charles Urich and the 29 of Tommy Schaefer all come together, all have trouble, and we have our first real caution of the night. Everybody seems that they've been able to get their machines fixed up. How about the 2-tender machine driven by Cade Gamble? Little bit of a pit road strategy has got him at the front of the field as we receive the 1 to go this time around. Wave around cars will go by, and we will get set to fire things off once again here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Just a little bit, well, I would say, yeah, just a little bit underneath the halfway point of tonight's race. We'll get to a little bit of house cleaning for you here. 23 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got 19 drivers out there running on the track with only 10 left on the lead lap. Matthew Baker listed as the last driver on the lead lap. And Jason Ayerson, first driver 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. We're going to get set to fire things back off once again. Cade Gamble has got the 81. Familiar face to the inside. Jaden Gamble going to start right beside him. And we're going to get set to kick things off this time by. Pace cars down and away. Wait for it. Here we go. And on the gas, the 2 fires things off. Hits the loud pedal and away we go. Back to green flag racing here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've seen a long green flag run before our first on-track incident. Over 60 plus laps of green flag racing with green flag pit stops involved as well. Great racing action here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll check in a moment with that weather report. Way up the track goes Urich. And there goes that 43 once again. We seen him trying to play the strategy. It didn't quite work out, but it's got him back towards the front of this field. 43 of Ryan Farrell gonna jump to the inside, and he will take that second position away from Jaden Gamble. Side-by-side racing action there. Nicholas Pressey, Ryan Pinnell has 5th and 6th on the speedway. The 94 going to drop to the inside of the racetrack. See a little bit of damage still on that right side of the 94 machine after contact with the outside wall. Early in stage number 1, he's able to shake it off and keep on running strong here tonight. Can the Pinkett Ford 21 Hooters machine get the job done? Can that Ford Mustang get back to the front? Urich with some big trouble off of turn 2. We've said it many times. It's going to be the hot spot, and it has proven to be so here tonight. Gonna jump around the track and tell you what, let's jump back to the front. How about Ryan Farrell right here looking to grab that top spot back away from Cade Gamble, who's running out front for the first time here tonight, leading his first laps of the race. In big trouble for the 21. Pinnell almost goes around on the backstretch. He's going to lose a handful of positions now as Randy Henshaw, Tommy Schaefer, and Matthew Baker all make their way by. Jim Hott taking over in the lucky dog position back in the 11th spot running on the track here tonight. And that just says enough right there, race fans. We are 75 laps into tonight's race, and we are down to 10 drivers left on the lead lap. These drivers at the front of the field, they are not pulling any punches. They are not playing around one bit. And we're going to take a look off of the tail end of the 81 machine. There you can see just over Cade Gamble's car, looking back at your upholsterer, Charles Urich running in that 4th position. Nicholas Pressey not too far from him, running in that 5th spot. So your top 5 all within about 1 second of each other on track. Back outside of the race car, do want to say, do want to give a big shout out, thank you to each and every one of these drivers' crews that allowed us to put multiple cameras on multiple cars out here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We do appreciate each and every one of you for allowing us to come in, mess around, and give these fans a little taste of the action from the driver's seat. Speaking of the driver's seat, why don't we jump back here inside the cockpit with that two of Cade Gimbel as he's trying to run back down Charles Urick just in front of him, less than 2/10 out front. Can Gimbel get back to a podium spot here coming across the line? We'll begin lap number 78 out of the 162 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. It's going to be a long run to the end. Who's got what it takes to get the job done? Who is going to park it in victory lane as we've got two previous race winners at the front of this field? My, how things have changed since the mid portion of stage 2, where we didn't have a previous race winner inside of your top 7. We have got two leading this field off of turn number 4 back across the line. Lap number 79 now underway. The two of Gimbel starting to fade away. Urick stepping away, but the battle for the top spot has not went anywhere. Jaden Gimbel still holds on to the race lead. Ryan Farrell right there running in second, looking to take back the race lead. They are already closing in on about a half a lap lead over Ryan Pennell, the 21, who had a big time slide coming off of turn number 2. He's lost a lot of ground, lost a lot of time. He's about a half a lap down. And with so many drivers already off of the lead lap, you gotta be careful, especially now. We are at that halfway point. It is going to be an uphill battle from here on out, and it is a big battle for that lucky dog position. Jim Ott, Jason Ayrson, Patrick Gaspar, all throwing haymakers at each other, all running within a few tenths of a second of each other, all fighting for that lucky dog position if we should see the caution flag fly late here in Atlanta Motor Speedway. And all 4 of these drivers, they're hoping they see that caution flag fly sooner than later, because the longer this thing stretches itself on out, the more opportunity, the more chances these race leaders have at putting more drivers one lap down, and that's going to put Jim Ott and Jason Ayrson, even Patrick Gaspar right here in the 86 machine. Last week, he went to victory lane at Phoenix Motor Speedway, so even a previous race winner has got a big hole to climb out of here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. No hole to climb out, no hole to speak of right here in front of this field. There you can see your top 4 pretty much all strung with each other. And whoa, we've got trouble on the track. Caution flag flies here on lap number 83. Looking around the track, trying to see what we can see if we can get that one queued up for you. And it doesn't look like we're really seeing much of anything going on here. Let's see if we can't figure out where it all went wrong. Looks like Brandon Key in the 8 may have had some trouble. Oh, and there you go. Oh my gosh, up and over. Key with a wild ride on the front stretch. Oh man, let's back that up. Let's see if we can't take one more look at it here. Oh, in big trouble. Looks like we're on the backstretch camera. We'll see if we can't get that one fixed up. Brought to you one more time. There you can see Key. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Did you see the contact? Wow. That was an extremely rough lick. Let's take one more look at it inside the cockpit, riding along with Key. Oh. And that is a sickening feeling as a driver right there. When you see the asphalt and the grass not where it should be, you've got big time problems. You've got big time issues. Drivers down pit road for fuel and tires. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break as we are under caution for the third time here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside as the pace car lights have went out. We're set to go back green flag racing this time by a little closer to the action. What do you say, race fans? Drivers going to make their way down into turn number 3. And we are going to get set to fire things off once again here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Inside road number 1 after the pit stops. Looks like your control car will be the 43 of Ryan Farrell. He'll have Cade Gimble just to his outside. Jaden Gimble back in 3rd. Randy Henshaw in 4th. Wait for it, and here we go. Green flag flies once again here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Lap number 88 now goes on the board. Everybody chasing after your race leader through turns 1 and 2. Drop that race information back across the screen for you. Everybody chasing after Farrell down to turn number 3. Nobody going to get to him just yet. Looks like he's going to have this one in hand by the time he gets back to the start-finish line. Big, heavy battle for second, though. Both of the Gimbals, Schaefer and Henshaw, scrapping it out. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all on the speedway, all up, all on each other. Man, this is some close racing right here. Second, third, fourth on the racetrack. Henshaw falling back just a little bit. Nicholas Pressey and Patrick Gaspar going at it on the racetrack for 6th and 7th. Charles Urich, your pole sitter, fading away late in the running here. The 76 Fallout Ford Mustang runs in 11th. Jim Ott and Mark Snyder will round out your top 10. Both of those drivers able to get themselves back on the lead lap. And how about the turn 331 of Donald Bennett right here? Coming off of turn number 2, Bennett went down 1 lap early here tonight. Very early to be, as a matter of fact, and Bennett looking to pull that turn 3 machine back towards the lead lap, back towards the front of the field. Can the Kutztown, Pennsylvania driver get the job done? Can Bennett get back on the lead lap? We'll have to wait and see if he can get the job done. We'll jump back at the front of this field, though. Battle still raging on. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, all in a row. All back down into turn number 3. Farrell leads Gimbel. Jaden Gimbel back in third, with Tommy Schaefer right there around. Whoa, big moment for Gimbel. Cade goes for a ride. He's going to do some landscaping. I don't think Atlanta Motor Speedway going to pay that bill, but nonetheless going to cut the grass on the front stretch in his tender number 2 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. And Kimball going to drop from battling for second to trying to hold on to 6th. As we close in on that 100 lap threshold, do want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you joining us here tonight. From wherever you are around the country or around the world, we do appreciate you taking the time to tune in to tonight's International Virtual Racing League race right here, brought to you by pinkitforward.org. Great racing action here in Atlanta Motor Speedway, in the heart of race country. I call it the heart of race country. You got a ton of tracks right here in the South. Atlanta Motor Speedway, one of these famous, historical, iconic racetracks that we seem to see a lot of drivers struggle with. It's a track that has a ton of characteristics, has a ton of, I don't want to say potential, but it has a ton of, well, potential to cause trouble and issues with the... Whoa! In the 43, you seen him just turn hard left into that outside wall. Looks like a tire down on the 43, and Ryan Farrell in trouble. And one driver's misfortunes is another driver's treasure, as the 29 of Tommy Schaefer there to pick up the pieces after Ryan Farrell has a tire going down and into the outside wall there on the front stretch. Farrell hits pit road this time around. That's going to put the 29 back at the front of this field. Can Schaefer possibly do it? Can he sweep the entire night? The only thing this man has not walked away with is the pole position here tonight. That went to the 76 of Charles Urich, running back in that 6th position. But Schaefer winning both stage number 1 as well as stage number 2. He finds himself at the front of this field, coming towards lap number 100, smoking the tires off of turn 2. That is, that's not good. You don't want to see a lot of tire smoke coming off of these corner exits. You are going to burn up that right rear fairly quick and lose a ton of grip, lose a ton of time, as we see Nicholas Pressey beginning to inch closer to Jaden Gimbel. We've got a 3-car battle at the front of the field. Schaefer, Gimbel, Pressey all going at it. Then we got another 3-car battle. Let's take a look at this 3-car battle going on. Randy Henshaw, Charles Urich, Jim Ott just off in the background. They're all chasing down Randy Henshaw in that 4th position. The 12 machine looking to keep a spot inside of the top 5. The tender number 2, who went landscaping a handful of laps ago, has closed back in and back into a solid top 5 position. Still close racing action right here, man. Henshaw has got a rear view mirror full. Heading back down into turn number 3. We'll look off of the tail end of Henshaw back at Gimbel. There you see Charles Urich looking to the bottom of the racetrack. He's looking to grab that 5th position away. Hot and heavy action here. 4th, 5th, 6th on the speedway as Gimbel closes in on the tail end of the Henshaw. We still got that battle, that 3-car battle raging on in front of these drivers as they make their way back down the backstretch and into turn number 3. There they all go, around turn number 3, chasing after your race leader, Tommy Schaefer, as he will come across the line this time around to take lap 101 now on the board. What a race so far here tonight in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series with the International Virtual Racing League right here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Do want to give a big time shout out once again to our Grand Marshal here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway, Brian Parlor, coming out, showing his passion and love for auto racing, given the command to start the engines here tonight. The Super Bowl champion gets everybody fired up, and it's got a handful of drivers amped up because they have put the majority of the field off of the lead lap here tonight. We are now down to just 8 drivers left on this lead lap, as now Jason Ayrson and Patrick Gaspar both fall off of the lead lap. Ayrson back in 9th. Gaspar, last week's race winner. We've said it multiple times. Last week's race winner at Phoenix Motor Speedway. Trouble tonight here at Atlanta. And we'll see if the weather has got anything. Whoa, boy. Nicholas Pressey goes for a ride, and he's going to fall right back into the clutches of Randy Henshaw. This is going to be a 4-car battle now from 3rd all the way back to... Ooh, boy, that is close. From 3rd all the way back to 5th driver in the mix of this in that Monster Energy number 45 machine. Joel Connolly listed off of the lead lap in his Toyota Camry. Ooh, and just like that, that is just how quick your fortunes can change here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Donald Bennett in the 31 machine. He's going to lose another lap as he comes to pit road a little bit early. He's going to try to stretch this thing on out, see if he can't play a little bit of the short pit strategy, see if he can't gain some time on these drivers with some fresh tires. Meanwhile, up at the front, Tommy Schaefer still leads Jaden Gimbel. That's 1st and 2nd. They've got themselves a 1.5 second advantage over Randy Henshaw, who's right here running with Nicholas Pressey and Charles Urich going at it side by side. A lot of gaps back throughout the rest of this field. We're going to stay and keep it right here up front with the action on the track. Passes for position here. Randy Henshaw, Charles Urich, and Nicholas Pressey continue to mix it up down the backstretch here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. 106 laps in the book now out of the 162 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Only 2 cautions tonight for on-track incidents. We have been clean and green for the majority of the night. First caution flag coming out at lap number 66, just a handful of laps prior to the end of stage number 2, and that prompted race control to go ahead and call it the end of stage number 2. Another quick caution after that. Back at lap number 81, we have been clean and green for over 20 more laps straight here, and drivers are going to begin to eyeball that entry to pit road. Atlanta Motor Speedway, hot old tires, no good trying to get them loaded up and down to pit road. Let's go to the weather report. Let's check back in, and there you can see track beginning to cool off a little bit as the clouds begin to roll in. Track temperature was above 110 degrees. We have dropped about 10 degrees in the track temperature, so maybe a little bit of grip coming back to these drivers as the sun moves a little bit further off into the sky. We should see this trend of cooling track maintained through the end of tonight's race. Right here from Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. You can go check out and find out tons of information about Pinkett Ford right down below in the description. Click the link, head on over to their website, pinkettford.org, providing hope and empowerment by enriching all of the lives affected by those of breast cancer. If you're looking to donate and you're worried about the pesky tax season, don't worry about it. Pinkett Ford is an approved 501c3 nonprofit organization, so you're able to claim that on your taxes if you're looking for that angle. It's there for you as well. Pinkett Ford, run by 4 family members, 3 cousins, and a daughter. And, you know, when you talk about breast cancer, it affects the family. It's not just the patient that it affects. It's the entire family, and the entire family coming together here and creating Pinkett Ford to do a lot of good for a great cause. So if you're watching, if you got some time, scroll down in that description, go ahead and click the link, head on over to pinkettford.org. Back at the front, battle for the race lead still underway, and here comes Tommy Schaefer. Tommy Schaefer looking to grab that top spot back once again from the 81 of Jaden Gimbel. Gimbel struggling behind the Monster Energy 45. Joel Connolly down 1 lap, and Connolly giving the 81 a little bit of a draft here. And now the 26 of Matthew Baker is going to make his way up in between and Gimbel and Schaefer. So now Schaefer going to have to deal with yet another lap machine before he can get back to the rear bumper of that 81 of Gimbel. When will these drivers come to pit road? Your top 6. Last time they were on pit road was back at lap number 84. They are about 30 laps deep into this run. When will they come to pit road? When will they have enough fuel to make it to the end? Will we see a 2-stop from here? Or will drivers stretch the fuel here to make it just a 1-stop run to the end of tonight's race? Will we see a late race caution? That's something we haven't talked about yet here tonight, race fans, is will we see that late race caution? It can throw fuel strategy, tire strategy straight up out of the window. So, I mean, and that's the other thing. These drivers started tonight's race with only 4 extra sets down in the pit box. We've had ourselves 4 cautions on the evening in total, 2 for stage breaks, 2 for on-track incidents. When have these drivers chosen to take those 4 fresh Goodyear, and who will have a set left after this round of green flag pit stops? As you see Joel Connolly head off a pit road for a scheduled stop. The 45 is going to get some fuel and tires. Cade Gimbel, first of your front runners to come to pit road. The 2 Chevy ZL1 Camaro tender machine pulls to pit lane for service and tires. And with lap traffic in the mix, Jaden Gimbel is able to step away from Randy Henshaw. Tommy Schaefer beginning to struggle a little bit. Let's go back, check out the battle here between Schaefer and Henshaw. 26 of Matthew Baker still listed off of the lead lap, listed 2 laps down here tonight from Atlanta's Motor Speedway. So the two went from running up front to struggling to stay just 2 laps down. He was last to pit road around lap number 82, so it doesn't look like the pit strategy is what got him behind the 8 ball. But behind the 8 ball indeed, as now Matthew Baker going to peel off the racetrack and head to pit road. He's going to fall at least 1, if not another 2 laps down here tonight to your race leader, Jaden Gimbel, who's out to a 7/10 advantage over Randy Henshaw. Urich and Ott to pit road this time by. As we work our way through these green flag pit stops, there you see the 81 of Gimbel. You see the flames coming out of the right side. He's coming down to pit road. That's going to be your top 6 all down to pit road. Jason Ayerson, what's he going to do? He's still got to hit pit road. Ayerson going to peel off of the track. And now Patrick Gaspar, what does this 86 do? He's been struggling to get himself back on the lead lap all night long. Went 1 lap down on lap number 3 and has struggled all night long to get himself back in contention, and he has done so at the end of tonight's race with just about 43 laps remaining. Last week's race winner, Patrick Gaspar, back on the lead lap, but he has got at least 20 lap older tires than the drivers in front of him. Gaspar back on the lead lap, looking to leapfrog a handful of drivers with the early stop. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to close in on that top 5, but Gaspar back on the lead lap, and that is very important. Jim Ott also able to get himself back onto the lead lap. Mark Snyder still listed in the lucky dog position, 1 lap down, back in 9th. Donald Bennett will round out your top 10. And as we cross the line last time by, we'll head back to your race leaders battling it out at the front of this field. Jaden Gimbel, Nicholas Pressey going at it for the overall race lead. Both were on the pit road back at lap number 118. And Gimbel has got the pace. The 81 starts to pull away. Will we see Gimbel get back to victory lane for the 2nd time this season, or will trouble strike the fast man at the front of this field? Jaden Gimbel leads Nicholas Pressey, Tommy Schaefer, Charles Urich, and Randy Henshaw round out your top 5. Race leader Jaden Gimbel beginning to build one of the bigger race leads that we have seen all night. A 1.5 second advantage now over the 29 of Tommy Schaefer, who just seems to always be lurking in the background when it all comes down to business time. There you can see that 29 just off in the background. He's slowly beginning to close the gap, close the distance to your race leader, Jaden Gimbel. Small little battle underway, 4th and 5th on the track. Charles Urich, Randy Henshaw, they're going at it. 4th and 5th on the speedway. There you can see Urich, Pressey, and Henshaw all going at it. Nicholas Pressey way up the track now. He's going to go side by side, and not going to be much of a fight right there as Henshaw goes right around that 94 Ford Mustang of Nicholas Pressey who now sits in fifth. Lap number 125 now goes on the board out of the 162 scheduled in tonight's official race distance here tonight in race number 5 for the International Virtual Racing League's Pink Kit Ford Cup Series. And as we find ourselves amidst a long green flag run, was the money stop? Or was that the money stop? Is that going to be the last time we see drivers to pit road? As the 26 of Matthew Baker struggling after heavy damage here tonight. Baker was running up front, has had some trouble, and now sits back off of the lead lap, sitting back in the 12th position. And speaking of back into a podium spot, that 12 HMG Innovations machine of Randy Henshaw. He moves back to third and back by popular demand. That's right, the Turn 3 Racing Network. Well, we've got ourselves another pre-order event coming right at you guys. We're going to let you pick your own colors too. You can head on down there in the description. You can find the links to go check out some of the new hats, some of the colors for the t-shirts that we've got on pre-order as well. You find all your information right there down in the description. Don't be late. You don't want to miss out. These supplies sell out fast. Go right down in the description. Click the links. Head on over and pick out your favorite Turn 3 merch. It's not going to last long, fans. We sold out last time within the first 24 hours. This is not going to last long this time around again. Already a heavy night at the call center of the Turn 3 merchandising department. So don't be left out. Don't miss out. Head on down in the description and click the link and fix yourself up with some of that Turn 3 merchandise as well. What a great race, though, here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Long green flag runs here. Ooh, Uric, your pole sitter, and he's going to go around. He's going to loop it. Can he stay out of the inside wall? Scraping the front down that concrete wall. And, oh, we've got another driver around. The 43 of Ryan Farrell goes around as well. And absolutely, Mr. Muth, you can get on the list. You've got the list right in front of you since you are our merchandising department. Good friend JoJo out there. Yeah, you better get on that pre-order now as well. I'm telling you, if you're not on the pre-order, don't expect the supplies to last long. We sell out of these t-shirts as well as the hats in record time last year. Or about a year and a half ago, I apologize, was the last time we had the shirts and hats out there on sale for everybody. And it's coming back by popular demand. Don't get left out in the cold. Don't get left looking, well, I'm not going to say it. Head on down in the description. Click the link. Let us know if there's anything out there that you like, anything that you need. You can find all that information right over there in the description. Don't be late. Get it while supplies last. Jaden Gimbel continuing to lead tonight's race. He's got a 1.6 second advantage over the field right now. The 81 looking to park it back in victory lane and become this season's first repeat race winner. Tommy Schaefer. Don't count him out. I know it says 1.7 and that gap is continuing to grow here. We've seen Schaefer stretch the fuel mileage in stage 1. We've seen him lay back a little bit in the beginning of stage number 2. And he was right there to capture the flag at the end of stage number 2. Walk away with a lot of bonus points here tonight. So don't count out that sneaky Schaefer sitting in second. That 29 machine. I would suspect we'll see him nipping at the heels of Gimbel before this race is done and over with here tonight. Let's jump back to Jim Ott, the auto owner's insurance number 4. He's beginning to close in on a handful of drivers in front of him. There you can see Charles Jurich struggling after going around for a second time here tonight. He's in front of the 44 of Jason Ayerson. Ayerson listed off of the lead lap right now. First driver 1 lap down in the lucky dog position, sitting in 8th. It's unbelievable, the pace out of the front runners here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Because when you look at the timing and scoring, race fans, 27 seconds back is that for Autos Owners Insurance machine of Jim Ott. He is almost, he's going to go for a ride on the front stretch. He's going to be able to catch the car. Can he keep it straight out of the outside wall? Big time moment there for Jim Ott. And as we said, he was going to be in danger of going a 1 lap down, falling off of the lead lap. Look right there in the background. That is your race leader, Jaden Gimbel, making his way off of turn number 2. And Gimbel closes in to put yet another driver 1 lap down. Less than 30 laps to go. And we have got more than half of the field off of the lead lap here tonight. Just a testament to how fast the front runners have been here tonight. The 81 of Jaden Gimbel leads the field. Tommy Schaefer, your double stage winner, walking away with stage number 1, walking away with stage number 2, sits in 2nd. Randy Henshaw, he's been fast all night as well. Henshaw sits in 3rd, and Schaefer and Henshaw both to pit road. 25 laps to go, and hitting pit road from 2nd and 3rd. Are they going to try to undercut, try to okey-doke Jaden Gimbel at the front? And coming to pit road this time around is Gimbel. He's not going to allow much of an undercut by Henshaw or Schaefer. Let's go back and check with that 94 of Nicholas Pressey. What does the 94 of Pressey do this time around? And it looks like he's going to stay out on the track, and looks like he will grab that race lead as Gimbel is down into his box. Already back up to speed is the 12 and the 29. It's going to get good. It's going to come down to the wire. Drivers are going to have plenty of fuel, but, oh man. We're going to keep our eye back here on the 81, the 12, and the 29. And see how they all reemerge on the racetrack. And right now, Randy Henshaw has been able to leapfrog the 81 of Jaden Gimbel, and it is going to be a big battle now. Gimbel and Schaefer going at it as Henshaw steps away just a little bit. Cade Gimbel now going to take that top spot in the tender Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Back at the front of this field, the 2 of Cade Gimbel had some strategy play earlier here at the end of stage number 2 to grab the race lead for a handful of laps. He's got the 94. 94 of Nicholas Pressey. More contact with that outside wall off of turn number 2. It continues to throw drivers for a loop. Turn number 2 is the trouble spot, and it has caught quite a few drivers out here tonight. A little bit of late race house cleaning in order. 23 drivers to the starting grid here tonight. We are now down to just 15 drivers on track with only 7 left on the lead lap. Cade Gimbel leads them all. Nicholas Pressey back in second. Charles Jurich, your pole sitter, sits in third with Jim Ott. Randy Henshaw Jaden Gimbel and Tommy Schaefer rounding out drivers on the lead lap. Looking at the timing and scoring, and it looks like Gimbel came to pit road about 3 laps prior to any of the drivers on the lead lap. So he came to pit road first, utilized the undercut, and he's got himself quite a gap to give up before he gets to drivers with slightly fresh tires. Nicholas Pressey already back in that second position. Charles Urich starting to close in. Jim Ott, Jaden Gimbel, who was leading before the round of green flag pit stops, he's all the way back in 5th. He's given up a ton of time. And looky here, looky here. Here comes that 31 of Donald Bennett. He's looking to get himself just 2 laps down once again. Bennett gonna go around her race leader and indeed get one of his 3 laps back. So now Bennett, whoa boy, hang on to her, Donald. And well, Donald ducks some damage off of turn number 2. That time around, Cade Gimbel gonna continue to nail the loud pedal, and he's gonna pit. Gimbel comes to pit road, and he's gonna miss pit road and hit the cone. He's going to have a commitment cone violation. So a good night turned bad for the 2 of Cade Gimbel. Back out front with your new race leader once again, Nicholas Pressey in the 94 Ford Mustang. Now leading your pole sitter, Charles Urich, by 7.5 seconds. That is an eternity at a 1.5-mile racetrack right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the old Atlanta Motor Speedway before the repave. A track very abrasive, very challenging track for a lot of drivers, and with this new car, the new package for horsepower as well as aerodynamics, throwing a little bit of drivers for some loops. We've seen a little bit more trouble than normal off of turn number 2. That has been the absolute volcano spot of the night. We're not even going to call it a hot spot anymore because it's much hotter than that. It has been absolute chaos for drivers off of turn number 2. And it's a battle of attrition at this point. And Jim Ott going to bring the 4 machine down to pit road. Nicholas Pressey back at the front was going to pit road back at lap 118, so he's not going to have enough fuel. He does not have enough fuel to make it to the end, and I believe it's all going to come down to the drivers running in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the speedway. Jaden Gimbel leading Tommy Schaefer, Randy Henshaw back and forth, Jason Ayerson gonna come up and grab that 5th position away, and we are now down to just 4 drivers left on the lead lap. My gosh, when is the last time you could say that you watched a race and there was only 4 drivers left on the lead lap? I believe we're gonna get down to just maybe only 3 drivers left on the lead lap, because that 94 leading the race with 13 to go. I don't think he's going to be able to stretch the fuel that far. He's got 7 seconds to give up. But I just don't think you can save that much fuel and keep that position. But at this point in time, has he laid his bet? I mean, and nope, that's it. He's going to pull to pit road this time around, and Jaden Gimbel will go back to the top spot here tonight. Tommy Schaefer, 1.9, almost 2 seconds back. Running in 2nd, Randy Henshaw will round out your podium drivers with just 12 laps remaining here from Atlanta Motor Speedway in race number 5 for the International Virtual Racing League's Pinkett Ford Cup Series. we've seen drivers at the front have trouble leading the race. Jaden Gimbel, although he is all alone in building that race lead, you can see Schaefer losing a ton of ground there this lap. All it takes is one mistake. We've seen drivers 2 or 3 occasions here tonight leading this race get into the outside wall, give up the gap, give up the position. So it's not smooth sailing from here by any means for that 81 of Jaden Gimbel. He's still got a tough 10 laps at a very tough Atlanta Motor Speedway to complete. 9 when we cross the line this time by, as race leader Gimbel makes his way out of turn number 4. We're down to just your podium drivers left on the lead lap, and they have absolutely pounded the pavement here tonight and continue to build their race leads. Again, race fans, not trying to take anything away from any other leagues, any other series, but when's the last time your front runners have put an entire field 1 lap down? That is talent. That is skill. If you think you've got what it takes to come up here and challenge these drivers, well, head on over to Facebook.com. Head on over to iRacing.com. Check out the International Virtual Racing League. Get hooked up with one of these series admins and see if you can't find yourself out there on the track. Maybe Monday night in the Truck Series or Tuesday nights right here in the Cup Cars. Check them on out. International Virtual Racing League on iRacing.com. Seven laps remaining, and Jaden Gimbel looks to be our first repeat winner of the season. Season number 2 well and underway. 4 races in the books, 4 different race leader, but race number 5 looks like it will produce our first repeat winner of the year. And the man that came in to tonight's race, sitting in second overall in the point standings, just 9 points back from Nicholas Pressey. Looks like he will roll out of Atlanta Motor Speedway with the points lead. 5 laps to go. This time by, the boss man of the flag stand will give the hi, how are you, the high five for race leader Jaden Gimbel. Tommy Schaefer back in second. Randy Henshaw running in third. 4th place, 1 lap down in the lucky dog position, the 94 of Nicholas Pressey. How about your pole sitter, Charles Urich? Trouble multiple times here tonight. And now the 76 Fast Ford Mustang finds himself sitting in 5th. Jim Ott with a solid run back up towards the front, but he's going to fall short of the lead lap. The Auto Owners Insurance number 4 of Jim Ott is running in 6th. Patrick Gaspar will not repeat his performance of last week, walking away with a checkered flag from Phoenix International Raceway. Gaspar will finish outside of the top 5 off of the lead lap as well. And from up leading the race in the late stages to 2 laps down, Cade Gimbel in the Tinder sponsored number 2 Chevy ZL1 Camaro sits back in 11th. Sits back in 8th, I apologize, up 11 positions from where he qualified outside of your top 15. So still a solid night for Gimbel inside of his number 2 machine, but a better run for the other Gimbel at the front. We're going to see popsicle sticks on display this time around as Jim makes his way through 3 and 4. He'll come across the line. There it is, popsicle sticks now on display as Gimbel heads to turn 1. Through turns 1 and 2, there you can see Tommy Schaefer just off in the background. He's got quite a ways to go to make up over 3.5 seconds. Halfway down the backstretch, Jaden heads to turn number 3. Coming right at you, right through your living room screens. Back across the stripe, and here it is. White flag, final lap, 1 to go here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the International Virtual Racing League's Pinkett Ford Cup Series. And Jaden Gimbel is going to get the job done. He's got 2 more corners to go. And that's going to be all she wrote. Nice and smooth entry to turn number 3. And here he is, coming across the line to capture the flag. Checkered flag in hand. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Check it out. Jaden Gimbel captures the flag, gets the job done, walks away with his 2nd race win on the season. Doesn't get much better than that. How about the job well done by the 81? Job well done by all the drivers at the front of this field here tonight. Man, what a run from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Giving the fans in the stands sold out, packed out house here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. They're going to get a smoke show on the front stretch. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for the post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside after a barn burner here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right back into it. Let's see if we can dial up some of the drivers that walked away in those podium positions. Let's see if we can dial up the driver inside of that 12 machine walking away third here tonight. Randy, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
I got a copy. What's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing, bro? How you feeling after a fine run here tonight and, well, doing what most drivers couldn't, and that's finish on the lead lap?
Feels really good this week, man. I really wanted to bounce back. I've had some bad finishes the last 2 weeks in a row, 12th and 15th, I think. So it's good to be back in the top 5, and kind of gambled there at the end, and it just didn't work out.
Well, there was some gambling going on out there tonight from a lot of different drivers, a lot of different teams throwing some different strategies out there. Was there ever a point that you were looking at a fuel mileage game, or were tires just a premium?
Tires were a premium. It was fuel mileage most definitely in the stage, the first 2 stages, but at the end there, after that last yellow, we knew we were going to have another pit stop anyway. So I took a set of tires on the second to last stop, and then only took fuel on the last stop, hoping that would get me out front quite a bit, and it did. But didn't have enough, or had too many laps left, I guess, for them to catch back up to me and get around me. So couldn't hold them off.
Yeah, just too many laps left with too old of tires, it seems there, Randy. But nonetheless, a solid finish for you and your 12 crew here tonight. You came into tonight's race sitting, I believe it was right around that 8th place in the points position in the point standings. I apologize, and it looks like with a solid finish here tonight, that's going to give you a big shot on the arm. We look to see you possibly inside the top 5 when we head to the track next week. So congratulations on that as well. So before we let you go here tonight, is there anybody you'd like to thank? Anybody, any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous before we let you go tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Give a big shout out to Roasted Gems Coffee coming on the car tonight, and GF3, they're on the car every week. HMG Innovations, iRace Podcast, all those guys that help support me. And I just appreciate, my team, RHR. We'd had a really good showing tonight, pulling out the top 3 here with both our teams, or all 3 of our teams here. So it was a really good night for us. Appreciate those guys putting in the work and putting on a good show tonight. And thank you guys up in the booth for doing what you do. Appreciate Bernard Poller coming out tonight and doing our command to start engines. That was really cool of him. So big shout out to him.
Absolutely, man. Well, again, congratulations on the podium here tonight, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you a little bit later on throughout this season.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the 12 of Randy Hinshaw as he walks away with 3rd here tonight. And that's going to move us right along in the running order. Let's see if we can't grab in a few words with a driver that walked away with stage wins, but falls short just a little bit. He's going to finish back in 2nd. Tommy, it's Dave. You got me?
Oh, yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good, my man. How about you after a solid 2nd place here tonight?
Yeah, a little disappointed. Felt like I kind of gave that one away. A little bit of a, I don't know if you want to call it a missed call. I mean, I had a really good finish, but took 2 right side tires just on that last stop. Should have taken 4. Felt like I could have gave Jay a run for his money. I was staying with him for a while on those 2, but I'd been really fast on 4 stickers all night, and I thought maybe I could make the 2 work, and the car just, it didn't like it. It was really loose, and it was kind of hard to get a drive off the corner, and it just, in the long run, it wasn't the right call, but a solid P2 tonight.
Yeah, a solid finish, but let's talk about these stage wins. Stage number 1, you stretched the fuel. Did you think you were going to make it? I mean, come on, be honest. Did you think you could stretch it that far?
Not without doing exactly what I'd done. And on the pace lap, I ran out. But I was able to, get it to pit road and put 4 good years and some fuel in that thing. So it was definitely a fuel race in the stages, in the first 2 stages there. I kind of took off like a bat out of hell when the race started, and then I kind of realized that I needed to save and kind of fell back to, I think it was 7th, 8th, somewhere around there, and then was able to just out save everybody. So it worked out, and happy with the stage results tonight for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Tommy, again, congratulations on a solid run, walking away with stage wins here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah. I don't know if he's still watching, but I'd like to thank my dad for tuning in. This was the first race he watched, so hope it was a good one for him. And I'd like to thank my car owner, Randy Henshaw. And then we'll just thank HMG Innovations and give a little plug for the IVRL Finish Line podcast. So it's on Spotify if you guys want to check it out.
All right. Well, Tommy, again, congratulations walking away with the stage wins. Solid finish in the race here tonight for you. We look forward to catching up with you a little bit later on throughout the year. And who knows, maybe next week we'll see you one spot better and walking away in victory lane. What do you say?
I hope so. I got to get some practice in at COTA. I'm sure that these cars are just as loose or more loose, trying to just get the power down coming out of the corner. So we'll give it a Boy Scout try, as they say, next week and see what we get.
All right. Well, until then, my man, keep it safe and stay fast.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
There you have it. Driver walking away in second. He's going to walk away with some bonus points, snatching both of the stage wins here tonight. The 29 of Tommy Schaefer walks away trackside in second. And that's going to move us right along to the man that got the job done here tonight. The first driver to visit victory lane for a second time, capturing his second win on the season. Jaden, it's Dave. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Same old same for me, and it looks like same old same for you, my man. After a podium finish last week, you already got one race win. Now you're going to make it a second. How good you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Had a really strong car. It was hooked up all night. Had a few loose bobbles throughout the night, but car was really steady, and I maintained the exit and wasn't getting loose like other guys had tend to be getting. So overall, just very impressed with the consistency out of the car tonight, and had a blast racing with my RHR guys.
Well, Jaden, I'm going to address a little bit of a monkey in the room. We know you can get the job done on the ovals, but can you turn right as well as you turn left as we get ready to hit our first road course of the season and head towards the Circuit of Americas next Tuesday night?
Well, bought the track last week. Not too bad at the road courses. When it comes to road courses, I tend to see it as a consistency kind of race where you just try to keep the car on the track and put down consistent lap times. And I mean, you can be really fast, but also damage your car up and spin out one lap and take 30 seconds off of a lap. So I'm just going to look at being consistent in that race. I don't know if I'll be in the top, but I'll try to contend for a win. I don't know if it's really up in the air right now.
Well, Jaden, congratulations on doing what nobody's been able to do so far this season except for yourself, and that's walk away with a second victory. So well up there in the points. Looks like you're going to move on into the championship chase without too much of a problem. So before we let you go and celebrate the night away and get ready to turn left and right at COTA next week, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
I just want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the league, Pink It Forward. I know they do a lot for us. Also, Securian Financial, the paint on the car, and the whole RHR team. We all communicate really well throughout the race and on the off days, and we get the job done when it needs to be done. So, and I also want to shout out my tires there for that victory lap there. I was able to actually stick my victory celebration, so that was one of the things that hasn't happened in a while.
Gotta thank the tires that not only got you there, but got to give the fans in the stands a smoke show. Congratulations on your second win, and we'll see how you go about it turning left and right next week at COTA.
Thanks, Dave. Take care. Thank you guys for doing this.
All right, there you have it. Two-time race winner Jaden Gibble walks away with the checkered flag here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. What a race, what a night. Long green flag runs all night long, and Gimbal parks it in victory lane once again. Whew, man, what a night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series for the International Virtual Racing League on iRacing.com. Man, what a night it was. I can only imagine what next week's race is going to bring at Circuit of the America when we turn left and right for the first time this season. Want to give a big shout out to our Grand Marshal, Bernard Pollard, coming out here tonight, giving the command to fire the engines here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Super Bowl winner, the Super Bowl champion. Got all the drivers and the fans in the stands fired up and ready for a hot one, and we had a great one here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. And, well, it appears that the producers have begun to hit those buttons in the background. You know the sounds. You know that it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results here in race number 5 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Walking away with the checkered flag, the 81 of Jaden Gimbal. Tommy Schaefer will finish back in second, with Randy Henshaw walking away with third. First driver scored off of the lead lap in the lucky dog position, walking away fourth tonight, Nicholas Pressey. Your pole sitter, Charles Urich, finishes back in fifth. Walking away sixth here tonight is that 4 of Jim Ott. Patrick Gaspar going to finish in seventh. Eighth place to Cade Gimbal. Ninth place is the 44 of Jason Harrison, while Mark Snyder rounds out your top 10. 26 of Matthew Baker finishes 11th, with Donald Bennett bringing the 31 home in 12th. Joel Connolly back in 13th. Chad Hitchcock walks away from Atlanta in 14th. 25 Machine parks it back in 15th, with Ryan Pennell in the 21 in 16th. 17th place tonight to the 99 of Darrell Calder, while Ryan Farrell led a handful of laps. The 43 falters midway through the race, and he falls and finishes back in 18th. 19th tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway in race number 5 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, the 8 of Brandon Key. Nick Cannon back in 20th. Nick Goebel gonna finish 21st, 22nd here tonight to Christopher Whitaker. Ryan Henshaw back in 23rd. And a big shout out and tip of the cap to your race control and admins here tonight, Cody and Joey McKinney, just down the hall, keeping an eye out there on the track, keeping all of these drivers straight. And that's going to be it for the running order. And that's going to be it for us here at the track. We're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords. But first, if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up. Show them some love. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Don't wait. Pre-order right now. Head down through the description, click the links. You can head on over, get you some great Turn 3 merchandise, find out some more information, and give back to the Pinkett Ford cause. Head on over to pinkettford.org. That's going to be it for us, so stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.